Late May 1941. 3 aging biplanes embark on a mission that seems almost suicidal: to sink the most powerful battleship in the world, the Bismarck. As a floating fortress of steel and firepower, the Bismarck was unstoppable, and she was on the run. Days earlier, in the cold, unforgiving waters of the Atlantic, the Bismarck had destroyed the battleship HMS Hood, the pride of the Royal Navy, with a single devastating broadside salvo. The British were furious. Now they were prepared to risk everything, every ship, every airman, to ensure the Bismarck never made it back to port. Named after Otto von Bismarck, the German battleship was a brand new engineering marvel, forged for destruction. Weighing at nearly 50,000 tons, she was the heaviest battleship ever made by a European power. Her armor was so thick that shells would ricochet off it and bombs would simply bounce off. She could outrun nearly every British warship, cruising at a blistering 30 knots. She could strike from beyond the horizon, her 15-inch guns unleashing precision salvos every 30 seconds. But even monsters have weaknesses. In her clash with the Hood, the Bismarck had suffered a critical wound. A shell had ruptured one of her fuel tanks. Now she was racing toward the safety of Nazi-occupied France, seeking repairs in the dry docks of Brest. She would be under the protective cover of the German Luftwaffe in less than a day. The British had to strike now. Despite her damage, the Bismarck still tore through the waves at 28 knots, faster than Britain's heaviest battleships. But the Royal Navy had something the Germans didn't: superior military intelligence. From Bletchley Park, British codebreakers had cracked intercepted transmissions, pinpointing the Bismarck's likely course. The order was given. Force H, stationed at Gibraltar, was ordered to slow down the ship with torpedoes. From the Bismarck's decks, anti-aircraft batteries roared to life. Heavy caliber shells ripped through the air, screaming past the fragile British aircraft. Even the massive 15-inch guns, designed to destroy battleships, were firing into the night. But the British pilots pressed on. They dove straight toward the beast and dropped the torpedoes. The first torpedo slammed into the Bismarck's armored hull, exploding harmlessly against her reinforced plating. But the second struck her Achilles heel. With a massive explosion, the torpedo tore into her stern, shattering her rudder. The ship lurched violently, then it began to turn. Uncontrollably, the Bismarck was crippled, her rudder locked at a 12-degree port turn.